All right, so we've been working on our Intergalactic Traveler app today. So what we've done is we've linked up, we've connected both these buttons. This button is connected through code. This button is connected through a connection, through a Segue, through a link, I should say. So when I click on here, it should take me to the other page. My navigation control brings me back to home, and they both get me to that second view controller. Now, we're going to go into our star view controller. And we're going to click into our view to load. So in between this squiggly and this squiggly. We're now going to write out some code to change that star image. So we're going to say star image moving a little slow. Popping up. Star image view dot image equals UI image named. Now this is where we're going to put in our star name. And we'll just go with the number 1. So as you can see here, either going to send over blue or red as a star name to our NVC, which is our next view controller. Okay. It will then load, in my view to load, the image named either blue 1 or red 1. We're naming that because in our assets folder, we have blue 1 and red 1, 2 and 3. So we'll run this one more time. So I actually just had a build failed. I was missing a parenthesis right here, so now we should be able to run it and we should have some success now. So if I click on visit blue star pops up, and the red star pops up. All right, now we have multiple stars in there. So what I want to do now is I want to throw a randomizer out there. So we randomly either go to star 1, 2, or 3. So here we're going to say let random number equal an int of random in 1 through 3. Okay? Now instead of this number 1, we're going to just create another one of these here and put in random number. Make sure there's no spaces between here, all right, because we want red to show up and then the number to immediately show up. If there's any spaces, it's not going to recognize the image that is in the assets. It's loaded. Let's check out the blue star. All right. So you see we're getting a random blue star to show up each time. There it is. And red star. All right. So there you go, guys. That's how we transfer data between one to another. Once again, if I look back at my code here, so we can see here that now we can choose a random blue star to go to. All right, and a red star is going to do the same thing. Red 1 through 3, even though I got the same 3 in a row. 4 times in a row. Holy cow. There we go. All right, so randomly choosing a picture, a number 1 through 3. Let me just explain this one more time here. So we have our NVC, which is our segue. It's kind of tapping into the information in our star view controller. That allows us to access our variable star name that we created in our star view controller. Without this part, NVC.starName, we wouldn't be able to do that. And then we can go ahead and set that variable to blue, depending on if the sender is nil or not. The sender is nil down here because when I press the blue dwarf button, it go through the segue. The identifier is nil, sender nil, we have a blue. If I hit red, the sender would not be, then that star name would throw red over it. Over here in the star view controller, we then hit our view.load, which creates a random number between 1 through 3. It sets the star image view image to whatever, if it's blue or red, and then creates that random number between 1 and 3 to upload that image in our assets folder. All right, guys, there you go. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can either put them in the comments or feel free to send me a message. Bye-bye.